What is up, everyone? Welcome back! Are you ready to absolutely demolish some demons, mutants, robots, or whatever else gets in your way? Do you crave that pure, unfiltered, adrenaline-fueled chaos that only the best action FPS games can deliver? You know what I'm talking about, that feeling you get playing Doom. The speed, the brutality, the soundtrack that makes you want to punch a hole through your monitor in a good way. Well, buckle up, because 2025 is shaping up to be an absolutely insane year for fans of that kind of explosive, non-stop action. Today, we're diving into 10 games. Some upcoming, some recently dropped, but defining 2025 that promise to deliver that glorious, high-octane FPS mayhem we all love. Get ready to rip and tear vicariously through these titles. Let's go! Kicking off our list at number 1. Look, we have to start here. It's Doom, The Dark Ages, launching May 15th, 2025. Obviously, the most authentic Doom experience is, well, Doom. This is a prequel to Doom 2016 and Eternal, taking the Slayer back to a gritty, medieval, dark fantasy setting. But don't worry, the core DNA is pure Doom. We're talking an enhanced, brutal glory kill system. Classic weapons like the super shotgun meeting new insanity like the freaking shield saw. Plus, you can ride a mecha dragon or pilot a giant Atlan mech? Yes, please. It's the searing combat we expect, but with a fresh, brutal medieval twist. Mark your calendars. Next up at number 2, prepare for cooperative carnage with Killing Floor 3, slated for later in 2025. Killing Floor has always been about intense, gory co-op survival, and KF3 looks set to crank it way up. 6-player teams fighting off waves of relentless Zeds. They're boasting an enhanced MEAT system for even more realistic dismemberment. Persistent blood, more ways to tear enemies apart. Lovely. Plus, smarter, faster, deadlier AI. A massive arsenal from flamethrowers to katanas with tons of customization and interactive environments. It got pushed back a bit, but the promise of pure adrenaline-pumping co-op horror and action later in 2025 makes this a must-watch. And number 3 is a game that already dropped in March 2025 and made a huge splash. Atomfall. This one came out swinging. Set 5 years after a nuclear disaster in northern England, Atomfall is a survival action FPS from Rebellion, and it's become their biggest launch ever. You explore this creepy, beautifully recreated post-disaster landscape, scavenging, crafting weapons, and fighting things. It mixes exploration and sci-fi mystery with tactical, fast-paced combat and horror elements. Already hitting over 1.5 million players and huge on Game Pass, Atomfall proves 2025 started strong for intense FPS action. At number 4, we have something truly unique and fast. I Am Your Beast. Okay, this game looks wild. Originally hitting PC late last year and iOS early 2025, it's described as blowing the run-and-gun genre out of the water. The movement speed looks absolutely bonkers. You're a superhuman operative climbing trees, dodging bullets, just a blur of motion. The violence is highly stylized, like a comic book come to life with hyperbolic blood and gore. It's a covert revenge thriller set in the wilderness, played out in short, intense micro-sandbox levels. If you want speed and style dialed up to 11, check this out. Get ready for loot and explosions at number 5. Borderlands 4 is blasting onto the scene September 23rd, 2020. The king of looter shooters returns. Borderlands 4 promises everything we love about the series. Billions of procedurally generated guns, 4 brand new vault hunters with crazy skills, that signature cel-shaded art style and humor, and, of course, tons of chaotic co-op action. This time we're heading to a new planet, Kairos, ruled by a ruthless tyrant. They're also touting new dynamic movement abilities to make combat even more fluid and freeform. More guns, more explosions, more mayhem. It's Borderlands. Number 6 is another title that launched early in 2025, March 6th, and quickly gained traction, FragPunk. This free-to-play 5v5 hero shooter made serious waves on release. While it's team-based and less gore-focused than Doom, the action is definitely explosive. The big hook here is the shard card system. Over 100 cards that dramatically change the rules of engagement each round. Think things like giant heads, chain lightning bullets making the ground slippery. It creates insane, unpredictable combinations. Combined with diverse hero characters called Lancers and solid tactical gunplay, FragPunk offers fast-paced competitive action with a chaotic twist. Shifting gears to open-world survival horror at number 7, we have Project Mist, launching May 12th, 2025. This one looks intriguing. An open-world survival horror FPS set on a mysterious island, filled with rusted mechs and flying whales? Okay, I'm listening. You explore, survive, and face absolutely colossal creatures that you can hunt, avoid, or just observe. There's base building with traps and siege weapons, crafting, and even a gravity gun. While maybe less linear run and gun than Doom, the potential for intense, large-scale combat encounters in this eerie open world definitely puts it on the explosive action map. Get ready to think with portals. So again, number 8 is Splitgate 2 hitting open beta in May 2025. Remember Splitgate? The shooter that brilliantly combined Halo-style arena combat with portal mechanics? Well, the sequel's coming. Splitgate 2 promises to keep that core incredibly unique portal-based combat, outmaneuvering opponents, setting up crazy flank routes, and pulling off insane trick shots. It's 4v4 competitive action, free to play, with enhanced movement options layered on top of the portal traversal. The skill ceiling is high, and the unpredictable, explosive moments you can create with those portals make this a different, but equally thrilling kind of fast-paced FPS. Number 9 sees the revival of a classic name in hyper-violent FPS history. Painkiller, aiming for late 2025. Yes! Painkiller is coming back! The original was a glorious, over-the-top demon-slaying contemporary to Doom 3 back in the day. Details on the reboot are still a bit scarce, but the promise is clear. Bring back that same fast-paced, arena-style combat against hordes of demonic enemies. We need to see the return of uniquely brutal weapons like the legendary stake gun. Expect gothic atmospheres, massive boss fights, and pure, unadulterated carnage. If they capture the spirit of the original, this will be a perfect fix for Doom fans. And rounding out our list at number 10 is Industria 2, also expected sometime in 2025. The sequel to the surprisingly atmospheric indie FPS, Industria 2 expands on the original's unique blend of narrative and shooting. Set against a Cold War backdrop with sci-fi elements leaking through from an alternate reality, you explore these detailed, retro-futuristic environments and battle imposing mechanical enemies. While it leans more into story and atmosphere than pure, non-stop Doom action, the combat scenarios promise tension and excitement, offering intense FPS gameplay within a really cool, distinct setting. Oh, okay, seriously? 2025 is looking stacked for fans of explosive FPS action. We've got the return of the king with Doom, the Dark Ages, brutal co-op in Killing Floor 3, unique twists like I Am Your Beast and Project, Myst, the portal madness of Splitgate 2, the hopeful revival of Painkiller, and so much more. Whether you want pure demon-slaying, tactical team play, survival horror with giant monsters, or reality-bending power-ups, there's an intense FPS coming your way next year that looks ready to melt your graphics card and get your heart pounding. But that's my list. What do you think? Which of these explosive FPS games are you most hyped for in 2025? Did I miss a game that should absolutely be on this list? Let me know down in the comments. I want to hear your picks. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and want more FPS madness, consider subscribing so you don't miss out. Until next time, keep those trigger fingers ready.